These are some housing market thoughts from somebody who's worked in mortgage for 8 years. If you're having a hard time selling your house right now, it's probably because it's $100,000 or more overpriced. Remember, back in 2020, the rates dropped significantly. People were buying their houses at 2 or 3%, and therefore they could move anywhere in the country that they wanted to move because the interest rate was so low. That caused a spike in inventory on the market, but it also caused a spike in demand. So buyers were out here doing bidding wars, making offers $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 over asking price so that they could get the house. And they could do that because their interest rate was less than 3%. Fast forward to 2022, the interest rates go back to normal, but the housing prices stay the same. So sellers today who bought their house during that time are now trying to sell their houses to either break even or make a profit. Well, they haven't paid $100,000 in that over asking price that they made 5 years ago. So they're just tacking that on to the sales price in today's economy. And everybody in the industry has to be in cahoots with it if they're going to sell a house. So the appraiser gets on site and is like, yeah, it's worth that for sure. When in reality, no family in America can afford to pay the $600,000 that you made an offer on 5 years ago, plus the 6%, 7% interest rate that is today. But sellers won't listen to that, and sellers will only argue with that statement, even though it is 100% accurate. And then as far as renting goes, back in 2011, I remember my rent was $345 a month for a one-bedroom. Rent starts at $2,000 a month right now, if you're lucky. What young person in America can afford $2,000 without splitting that with somebody else, especially if they're making minimum wage? Anyway, those are just my 2 cents, but they're still going to try and say that their houses are priced correctly. Whatever.